This station is called Air Rockets, and it's been one of the favorites in past astronomy nights. I do have to do a little bit of improvising today because I forgot to bring a piece of pipe. So you need a ½ inch piece of PVC pipe. So there will be sections cut about this long for you. And this is important because our air rocket launcher has a ½ inch piece of PVC pipe that your rocket needs to fit over. Now it doesn't need to fit tightly, just snug, because air powers our rockets. So we need to make sure that air doesn't leak out around the sides. So the way that this works, you take a piece of paper, it can be this way or this way, it doesn't matter. If you do it this way, your rocket's going to be tall. If you do it this way, your rocket's going to be shorter. So we're going to make a tall rocket. So you take that ½ inch piece of PVC pipe and you're going to roll a piece of paper around it. And this creates one of the 3 parts of a rocket. This is the body of the rocket. Now, you want to make sure that it slides up and down on that PVC pipe pretty easily. And before you take it off, this is always something that goes wrong when people don't follow directions. They take it off and then they try and tape it. You want to tape it before you take it off of the PVC pipe. It doesn't have to go all the way down the seam, just enough to make sure that it stays on there. So about half on, and we will have masking tape, and we might even have Scotch tape available. And so now that you've got the seam taped up, air's not going to leak out of there because we've got this quadruple wrapped around the piping. So this is the body of our rocket. That's one of the 3 parts of a rocket. So the next part of the rocket is going to be the nose cone, and we'll have some of these half circles cut for you for the nose cone. And this is interesting how this works. You have to take the straight side and kind of bend it in half and then fold it over. And that is going to make a cone. So you're going to roll it up and make a cone, and you're going to need that cone to be small enough to fit over the end of your rocket, okay? It doesn't have to line up perfectly, but you want it to be small enough so that it looks like your rocket comes to a point. And this might be helpful sometimes to have somebody hold the cone while somebody tapes. But you're going to take one piece of tape, just like you did on the body, and put it down the seam like that. So now we've got ourselves the second part of our rocket, which is the nose cone. And normally, the nose cone just fits on there like that. But our rockets, we need them to be a little weighted in the front, because if they're not weighted in the front, sometimes the back tends to go to the front, and then our rockets don't fly well. So we've got a little bit of modeling clay that we're going to put into the nose cone just to give it a little bit of weight. Some people think weight is bad for rockets, but it's really not. It gives us more momentum. So you're just going to take off a little piece of clay about the size of a pea and just wad it up. And then before you put the nose cone on, you're going to stick the modeling clay and push it into the end of the nose cone so that it doesn't fall out. All right, now 2 things for this. I like to make the end of our rocket sealed up tight. It's going to go underneath of the nose cone, but remember, these air-powered rockets work better. They're powered by air, so it's best if you have them kind of sealed at the top. So I just loosely put a piece of tape on the top that way and put another one going the opposite direction. And my hands have modeling clay on them, so this is best if you have clean hands. So the end of it is all taped up. Now when the air blows through here, it doesn't have anywhere to go, so that's what shoots the rocket. If you can blow air through and the air comes out the sides, the rocket's not going to go anywhere. So now that we've got that, we can take the nose cone on the end that we just taped up, because if we tape this end, we're not going to get it on the launch pad, right? So we are going to take the nose cone and put it on the end of our rocket and put it on there with a couple pieces of tape. Just make sure it stays on there so that it survives a launch, because nobody likes losing their rocket at a launch, I'm sure. Actually, some people think that's the coolest part, is when their rocket hits the ground. So for time purposes, I'm just going to put a couple pieces on. So this is the nose cone body. We're missing fins. So we're going to have several pieces of fins. Some are triangles, some might be rectangles. Any shape probably will work, and we'll have some paper there. They can cut out their own shapes if they want that. And what you're going to do is you're going to tape these on as well. And the way that I do that is I take a piece of masking tape and put it down one side of the fin so that it's half on the fin but also half hanging off. And you'll put that onto the body like that, going straight up and down. Then you'll flip that fin over, and you're going to want to tape the other side, because they really do need to be taped on both sides. so they can stay on. So take a piece of tape, put it half on the other side, so you've got it taped on this side and on that side. Now I would go all the way down, but again, time purposes, we're going a little faster. And I would put, you're going to need to put somewhere between 3 and 5 fins on the rocket. This is 1. Obviously, that's not enough. You're going to need 3 to 5 fins on your rocket. Notice I put them down towards the bottom. Put the fins up here, they won't work as well. The fins, what they do is they stabilize the rocket so that they fly straight. Because the worst thing that happens is the rocket comes off the launching pad and then just goes like this and falls down about 5 feet in front of the launcher. And that's no good. It's no fun. Nobody likes seeing that rocket do that. So we want our rockets to fly all the way across the gym, and they will if we build them correctly. Once you have your rocket built, you're going to take it to somebody who's going to be operating the rocket launcher. They'll put it on the launch pad, we'll pump it up with air, we'll count 3, 2, 1, you'll throw the valve, which lets the air out of the launcher, and the air blows into the bottom of your rocket, and it shoots your rocket all the way across the gym. And that's air rockets.